Hello all, and welcome to week 13. As far as I can tell, this week should be even easier than the last week was. You only have one chapter to read this week. That chapter is chapter 40 of Lansford, and it's all about commas, every kind of thing that you would need to know about commas. You're going to learn all the situations that you would use commas in, and you're going to practice a bunch of them in the discussions and on your own. However, oh, damn it. If at any point you see that it says chapter 38 rather than chapter 40, such as right here apparently, if in the old version of the book, which was the 7th edition, it was chapter 38. This version of the book, it's chapter 40. So chapter 40 is the one that you're going to be using. Make sure that if it ever says 38, what it means is 40. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of these that you'll go through that are different ways of using commas, the different reasons that you would use them. Go through each one of these, practice all of them. Commas are probably the most confusing punctuation that we have because there's so many different reasons that you use them and so many different reasons that you don't use them. So it's worth practicing. You're not going to catch it all, as Dr. Sanborn says. You're not going to learn every single one of these, but you will familiarize yourself with them, and that'll make you better at using them in the future. So when you get through all of these instructions here, you will get to the discussion for this week, and there are 3 different discussion boards. The first one is the comma one that we just looked at. Come on, open. There it is. So this is a bunch of different practices that you'll do throughout the week as you go through the chapter. It's about 10 pages, so make sure you give yourself time to work on this, but it shouldn't be that difficult to get through. The next one, you will have a Q&A for the literature review. I'm working on your literature reviews right now. They should be done by tomorrow morning, hopefully. But if they're not, deep apologies. I'll try to get those done as soon as possible. So, yeah, ask any questions that you have about the literature review. You don't have to ask any, though, if you don't have any questions. But, yeah, look over that. And if you have questions, you'll post those here. The final discussion thread that you have for this week is this one. And I made this one myself because I'm teaching this same class again next semester. And I'm looking for suggestions on how to improve it. I haven't taken very many online courses myself, but if you have, and if you've seen better ways that things can work, then please make suggestions that you think would improve the way this class works. I don't think everything in here was super efficient. I'm going to change some of the assignments next year. So if you have any suggestions about that, then please recommend those. There are some things here I've listed that I'm already going to try to do. Remove repetitive discussion questions. So a lot of the questions that are like, do you understand this? Obvious stuff like that. I'll probably remove those or combine them or replace them with something else. The email assignment that we did a very long time ago, and you probably don't remember anymore, where you were writing an email to the librarian. I'm going to make that so that it's more open-ended, and you can make it an email to any professional person at the school, or like administrator or something. And you'll be requesting something, but you can request anything you want. So hopefully that'll be a little more constructive, because the way that that email assignment worked, most people just kind of were forced to copy a lot of what the sample was. For the PowerPoint assignment, I'm going to replace that with a assignment where you'll make a PowerPoint, but then you will actually give a presentation and videotape it as though you were presenting to a conference. I think obviously that would be a little more useful. The literature review, I'm going to spread out more so that we're doing more sections of it during those 8 weeks where I just sort of tell you to work on the literature review, but not tell you what part to work on. Instead, I think what we'll do in the future is break it down into like 2 annotations every week or something like that, and then hopefully you'll end up writing, not you, but the future students will end up writing each part of it 1 week at a time, and the actual turning in of the final draft will just be kind of an afterthought. And then a last idea that I had that I might use and I might not would be to have students record some of their discussion responses as videos, post them to the discussions, have other students watch them and respond to them, and just incorporate more audio-visual stuff. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not because it sounds like a lot of extra work. But the reason that I'm thinking of that is because of how I know it can seem really disconnected taking one of these classes and just reading a bunch of stuff and typing into a computer. And so maybe as a way of fighting against that, have a lot more video presentation stuff. Yeah, so if you have any other suggestions, or if you have anything to add to any of that stuff, or any reasons that you wouldn't do that stuff, please post it as a reply. But this is not for a grade, this is just if you have suggestions for making the class better. Okay guys, so yeah, I need to get back to your literature reviews, and hopefully I will have those turned around by tomorrow. I'm very sorry that they're late, and I will also try to turn in your, respond to any of your questions about the PowerPoints as well by then. 1 more week after this one. After this one, it's just the final exam. I haven't taken the final exam yet, but it looks like it shouldn't be too difficult. So by next week, I'll take a try at it and see if I have any suggestions for you guys. Alright, see you guys in the discussions. Good luck.